Conquering Mount Scrapmore with Brenda. I'm Brenda, and we're here today with another Free Pattern Friday. Yay! Free Pattern Friday. Now, this particular block has been known by so many names, and don't come at me, but I'm just going to call it Simple Chain, right? Because when I looked this up, there was like 14 names for this thing, and I'm like, wow, okay, there's actually that many? All right, that's fine. So we're going to just call it Simple Chain and be done with it. And I did do some poverty piecing here to make this all work out because I got rid of 2 pieces of scrap with this. Yay! But before we get into this, let's do our shout out so I don't forget. Nicki at Pin Cut Sew is on our radar this week, and I guess she's having a ball over in her channel. So go check her out, and her YouTube channel is in the show notes below. And tell her that Brenda from Conquering Mount Scrapmore sent you. And if you like what you see, so hit her subscribe button too, because she's probably would love a few new subscribers as well. Also, we have in the show notes, besides Nicki's YouTube channel, we have Zoom sew dates from now until the end of December. And it's the first Saturday of the month from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, because I'm in Alberta, Canada. Making comments, share, like, subscribe, hitting that thumbs up, hit the bell so you don't miss content. All of those things help drive our analytics and helps move our videos forward. So we get to meet more subscribers and more people can see that we're giving away fun free patterns. And this allows us to continue giving you fun free patterns. So it's kind of a, help us out if you can. Also, we have a Facebook group, and we do so many things that Facebook groups do. We do a fabric exchange by country to reduce the cost of postage. We do a virtual sewing room hosted by Discord for the Facebook group members. And we do all sorts of community chats. Wow, the admins in that Facebook group are just fabulous. They get people in right away. There's lots going on in there, and they just take care of it so much for me. I would never, it has gotten beyond me now where I couldn't do this without my admins. So be very kind to the admins when you're in that Facebook group. Also, I speak for free, and my second speaking presentation will be due or ready for December of 2025. I'm hoping it's about fabric scraps, but if you've booked me before, please rebook me for that. And if you're interested in having someone speak for free, you now have someone that can speak for like 2 different presentations to your guild. And you can either get a hold of me by email or message me through the Facebook group. I am much faster at replying on a Facebook group message than the Facebook messenger than I am on email. So be warned, I check my email once a week because that's how much time I have, right? So that's it. Also, shout outs if you guys see a YouTube channel that's out there that I have probably not seen, because I don't have a lot of time to look at YouTube anymore. Please send me their name and their link to their page, right? Because we would love to help these guys out and give them a surprise shout out. It's kind of nice. Just don't tell them, because this is August 18th that we're filming this, and we're filmed out to October, so it's going to take a while for them to get their shout out, and there's a long list ahead of them. So, you have to keep all of that in mind too, but I will be happy to give them a shout out. Our next sew along after Quilt Bingo is called Twinkle Twinkle, and the only clue you're getting is save your strings. All of them. Save all of your strings, right? So there's going to be about 3 or 4 videos in between Quilt Bingo and Twinkle Twinkle, but yeah, that's our next big sew along, and it's going to be some fun. It's going to be a little surprising, and I'm hoping it looks absolutely beautiful. When I drew it out by hand and started playing with the fabric colors and that, I was like, oh yeah, this is going to be fun, and it's going to help us use up our smaller pieces of scrap. So that's perfect. Now, like I said, if you don't like strings, you can just cut pieces out of your stuff. But this is a perfect one to use all those mini, smaller scraps, right? That we're collecting, because it's the small stuff that plugs up any fabric system that you use, right? Also, Mini Monday is coming back after the New York Beauty blocks are finished, and we've created a baby quilt we're going to do some like show you how to weave or web your blocks together, and then show you how to do a border. And then we're gonna do a couple of videos. I'm gonna bring Mini Monday back. Now Mini Monday is coming back with some changes. It's not all going to be foundation paper piecing. It's going to be some small piecing, maybe some English paper piecing. There's going to be a few things, but the blocks are all going to be smaller than 12.5-inch unfinished, right? So this helps us get rid of those smaller pieces that we have in our stash as well. So that's kind of important that we move out those smaller things. Free Pattern Friday is going to continue to be a 12.5-inch unfinished block at the end. So if you're sewing along with me just on Free Pattern Fridays, every 35 weeks you have enough blocks to make a twin quilt. So that's something that you could do, and you know, maybe even donate it to charity. Who knows? But I think that's it. I think we've covered everything. So come on in. Let's get to the sewing. Okay. Here we are at the sewing machine, and simple chain. The hardest block gets done first, and that's your half square triangle, which is not hard. It's not hard. We're just this is a very quick, simple little block. I had what was it, 2 pieces of scrap, and literally I had to poverty piece it to make the last little bit. And I thought, okay, I'm poverty piecing it. I'm telling people I'm poverty piecing, and it's okay to poverty piece. So now these are 6.5-inch triangles, and as you can see, I use my easy angle ruler to cut them. I will be giving you the traditional method of cutting, but that with this easy angle ruler, I was able to cut a simple little, I'll just cut this off first. You get one dog ear already clipped, right, which is like a godsend, and then you can just use it out of a strip. Well, I didn't have much of a strip left. By the time I cut out 2 of these, and 2 of these, and then of course some 2.5 by, you know, whatever strips, 4.5 and then 2.5-inch strips. So this is really easy cutting instructions, and this would work with 2 colors. All you need is the difference in value. So you could work with darks and mediums, or mediums and lights, or, you know, darks or mediums with low volume. You know, light, you know, you could work with darks. I mean, you'd have all sorts of things, and you would have like a quilt that you can actually see stuff with, right? So anyways, let's get to this part of the sewing. Just gonna do very quick little seams here. Oh, I should have did it this way. And yes, I poverty piece. See, I had to poverty piece some of this stuff because I didn't have enough. I was like, oh good grief. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. How could I not have enough? But apparently that's the way it is. I just had enough. And I didn't have much of a string left either, so that was also happy news. Now I'm just going to press to the dark on this block, because I think that's where way it's going to work the best. These are such beautiful little fun blocks to make. Yeah, I thought, okay, yeah, we could do this. This would be so cool. Alright. Alright, let me get pressed to the dark. There we go, just like so. Yes, I'm pressing to the dark even though there's a seam right down the middle, but that's okay. There. There we go. Now I'll start on this side. I'm going to do this one first. Hang on. There. There we go. Nice little thing. You can't even see on there where the dark is, or like where the poverty piecing is, because this is such a dark fabric. There we go. There. This one you can see because there's a pattern, but it, you know, when it's in a quilt, you'll never see it. You'll never see it. It'll be gone forever. Okay, here we go. Oops. Yep, both the light and the dark are cut the same. So this is absolutely equal in how they're put together. There we go. One like that. One like that. There. And now we're just going to join these strips together. Just like so. I don't know how many names this thing had on Barbara Bachman. I was like, okay, we'll just call it Simple Chain. If you know that this is called something else, please let me know in the comments. Because I just thought, what a cute little block. What a cute block this is. I just thought, ooh, so sweet. Okay, there we go. There. And it works really well for, you know, if you're doing a series of mirrored blocks, it would be so much fun to do this one. And you do have you know, the little chain in these blocks here. They do nest, right? So it's always just such a pretty little block too, right? See, they nest right there. Perfect nest. Now we're going to put this one on. Here we go. There, get that nesting happening. Okay, and make that work. Perfect. There. And I'm just going to push this away. Here. Nice, quick, fast block. Fast for cutting. I was really surprised how fast it was to cut. And, you know, because you cut, you put your dark and your light, you know, right sides together, and you know, you're done, right? You're done. You're cutting your block already. There we go, just like that. And get this one off. There. There we go. Such a pretty block. Now, there's a couple of ways you can lay this out. I have seen it like this, but I've also seen it like this, which creates other, you know, kind of a fun, unique pattern too. But when I was playing around with this, of course, you know, I draw all this stuff, and I thought, well, this looks like a reflection, right? Like a negative, you know, like something kind of Andy Warhol-ish, where you have one side dark, the other side light. I thought, okay, this would be perfect too. So let's just do it that way. And I'm just going to line these up like so on my board. There we go. And I can't believe when you use that easy angle ruler, your triangles come out perfect. There's no trimming, there's no silliness. It's just perfection, which is kind of nice. There we go. That was one ruler I never thought I would buy, because I thought at first it was such an expensive ruler, and then I thought, then when I had a little bit extra money one day, I decided, okay, we'll spend money on this, because everybody raves about it, and I'm sold. There we go. So just web this together just like a 4-patch. Okay, perfect. Perfectly webbed. And then we open it up. Yes, we still have it all in the right spot. Okay. And now I'm just going to match up that edge really well. And with the needle down, of course. Okay, you're going to push to the triangle. Push your seam to the triangle, like your nesting seam. You probably have the least resistance that way. There we go. And we go over the middle bit. You'll just leave it. You just leave it in the middle with the needle down, and you line up the edge. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to show you how I did the finger pressing. I know you guys are like, wow, she's got to have an iron somewhere in her room. So what I did, okay, so this block here, everything gets pressed out from the middle, right? And it's all pressed to the dark, but this area goes this way. Now I'm going to just swirl this just to reduce some bulk in here, because I got some of it going this way, some of it going that way. Yeah, there's going to be some resistance here and here, but it goes quickly, right? Now, so that's how I'm pressing this one down, right? So this goes in, but these come one goes this way and one goes that way, right? So yeah, this comes together very, very quickly. So let me give it a good press and we'll get to our ta-da moment. Okay, so here's our simple chain, really cute. Now this block is perfect to do a quilt, an entire quilt, where you do the lights, you know, where you create a row of lights and a row of darks. And you point all the darks in the middle, and then you just keep building rows of darks and lights. This one would be perfect. And it is a really good scrap buster and really fast. I couldn't believe how fast this thing cut. I was able to cut this block, and you saw it was 10 minutes of sewing. More yapping than sewing, but you know, 10 minutes of sewing and we had this ready. So this is kind of a great little block, fast, easy, simple, good scrap buster. So I do hope you give this one a try. It was fun to come up with this one for you on Free Pattern Friday. You guys take care, stay well, and I hope your 1/4 inch is perfect and your life is just going grandly. Okay, all right, take care, bye! My husband and I would like to thank you for all of your support and watching our videos and sharing and liking. It has just been, you've put us on such an amazing journey and we are having so much fun. I hope everything is going so well in your life and you know, your 1/4 inch is perfect, everything is working out for you. And we're just so happy to be part of your life and you having, like I say, you're watching us. I was just so thrilled that you're doing that. So I want to say goodbye and I want to thank you with all my heart. Okay? Take care. Bye.